Welcome back. It is now time to go into the Indies. Going to start with Jersey All Pro from this past weekend. Don Juan won a four-way dance, defeating Chris Marvel, Danny Matthews, and Scott McKenzie. Of course, all four of those are wrestlers from Texas, and they were from the Shawn Michaels Wrestling Academy. Eddie Kingston defeated Danny Demento. I don't have any results for this match. Das Ubermenschen against the Logan Brothers. I'll take it that the first team won. Corvus Fear and Bandito Jr. went to a double disqualification after Devin Storm attacked both men. The Nigerian Nightmares defeated Chris Dickerson and Chase Del Monte. Christian Cage defeated Jimmy Rave. LAX successfully defended the Jersey All Pro Tag Team titles, defeating the SAT. And Kenny Omega defeated Grim Reaper. And then after the match, one of the most shocking things I think in a long time in the Indies, the return of Dan Moff. Dan Moff came to Jersey All Pro for the first time in 3 years. For those of you that don't know, there was a situation a couple of years ago with Dan Moff and Homicide that cannot be said on this program. And apparently Homicide gave his blessings for Dan Moff, and he is back in Jersey All Pro. Alright, now to the shows of this weekend and beyond. Starting with tomorrow afternoon, IWC Ellsworth Base Brawl 2008. The main event for the IWC Heavyweight title, Dennis Gregory defends the title against Delirious. Sexual Harassment and Babyface Fire will face the Family in an 8-man tag. If the Family wins, IWC promoter Norm Connors will go into the dunk tank, and the Gambinos will each get 5 balls to throw at. However, if Babyface Fire and Sexual Harassment win, Jimmy DeMarco and Vicky Gambino must go in the dunk tank, and both Sexual Harassment and Babyface Fire have the first shot. Best around, TJ Cannon and Bruce Maxwell will face the Motor City Machine Guns of Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. Shark Boy faces Bubba the Bulldog. Super Hentai faces Larry Sweeney, where the winner gets a shot at the Super Indie title at No Excuses 4. CJ Sensation faces Logan. Ricky Reyes faces Fabulous John McChesney. And Michael the Bomber Facade faces Jason Bane. Now, Shimmer has their next 2 DVD tapings this weekend, and some news came out today or last night, which is a little bit unfortunate. Excuse me. Daisy Hayes, who, of course, is on every Shimmer DVD, will unfortunately not compete this weekend due to an injury. This will be the first time she misses any Shimmer show. Now, the doors are open at 3 p.m. with the bell time at 4. Mischief will make her first title defense on the Shimmer tapings. Plus, Nikki Rocks will appear, Sarah Del Rey, Allison Danger, Cheerleader Melissa, Ariel, Amazing Kong, Mercedes Martinez, Serena Deeb, Rain and Jetta, Ashley Lane and Nevaeh, Portia Perez, Nicole Matthews, Jennifer Blake, and many, many more. Of course, the results next week. Now, also this weekend, IWA Mid-South returns to action. Here is their card. The main event for the IWA Mid-South Heavyweight title, Dingo defends the gold against Chuck Taylor. You just heard the news about Daisy Hayes. Not really sure if her title match will take place with Daphne. Sarah Del Rey will face Mickey Knuckles in a 30-minute Iron Woman match. Lucha Libre Rules 6-man tag. Jason Quick, Jason Hades, and Brian Skyline will face Prince Mustafa Ali, Ricochet, and Troy Walters. In a non-title strong style match, Michael Elgin will face Egotistico Fantastico. The Naptown Dragons of Dustin Lee and Scotty Vortex will face Sex, Drugs, and Wrestling, Ash and Chris Chambers. Drake Younger will face Sammy Callahan, Josh Abercrombie against Jason Dukes, and CJ Otis against Christian Abel. PWG's 5th anniversary show takes place on Sunday. Now, more news coming out of this. First off, the PWG Heavyweight title on the line inside the steel cage. Guerrilla Warfare, Human Tornado defends the gold against Chris Hero. Now, the PWG Tag Team titles were originally to be defended Jack Evans and Roderick Strong against the Age of the Fall, Tyler Black and Jimmy Jacobs. However, Jack Evans could not pull out of his tour in Mexico. It was even to the point where if he had pulled out, he was fired from AAA Wrestling. So unfortunately, he cannot be there. There is no tag team title match, but Roderick Strong and the Age of the Fall will both appear on the show. Also, Chris Bosch against Scorpio Sky, Jay Briscoe against El Generico, Kazma and Miyawaki against Matt and Nick Jackson. You know him as the Young Bucks. Brandon Bonham against Eric Cannon, and a whole lot more. Now, July the 12th, AAW returns to action. Here's their card. For the AAW Heavyweight title, Jerry Lynn defends the gold against Tyler Black. Eric Priest's final professional wrestling match is a last man standing match against Chandler McClure. Crotch will defend the AAW Heritage title against Jimmy Jacobs. Adrenaline Overdose will defend the AAW tag titles, not sure against who. Silas Young against Josh Raymond. In a leather strap match, the North Star Express will face the Phoenix Twins, Egotistico Fantastico against Ryan Oz, and more. CZW also returns to action July the 12th with a Tangled Web. Nick Gage defends the CZW Heavyweight title against Drake Younger. DJ Hyde defends the Iron Man title against Brain Damage. Naptown Dragons, Scotty Vortex, and Dustin Lee defend the tag titles against Team Andrew, Andy Sumner, and Drew Gulak. Trent Acid faces Devin Moore. In a ladder match, 2 girls in 1 cup, Greg Excellent and Beef Wellington and a mystery partner will face the Miracle Ultraviolence connection of Brody Lee, Cheech, and Cloudy. And Sabian and Pinky Sanchez face Chuck Taylor and Sanjay Dutt. July the 13th, Chikara returns to action with Tragedy and Triumph at the ECW Arena. The main event for the Campeones de Parejas, Incoherence, Delirious, and Hallowicked defend the titles against the Fabulous 2 of Mitch Ryder and Shane Hawk. A no disqualification match to be overseen by 2 officials, Claudio Castagnoli against Brody Lee. Lindsay Dorado faces Eddie Kingston. Shane Storm against Mike Quackenbush. Fire Ant makes his first defense of the Young Lions Cup against the man he beat, Vin Gerard. Incognito faces Chuck Taylor. Ultimo Breakfast faces Jimmy Olsen. Tim Donst faces Ultramantis Black. And an 8-man tag action, the Osirian Portal of Amasis and Ophidian team up with Gran Akuma and Icarus against the colony of Soldier and Worker Ant and the Super Smash Brothers of Player Uno and Stupefied, plus Hydra, Larry Sweeney, and Crossbones. Full Impact Pro returns to action July the 19th, Crystal River, Florida. The main event, a dog collar match for the FIP Heavyweight title, Roderick Strong against Eric Stevens, and 2 out of 3 falls for the FIP Tag Team titles. Kenny King and Jason Blade of the YRR defend the gold against Jimmy Jacobs and Tyler Black. And finally, to ECWA, their next show, July the 26th, very interesting show. It will be a fan interaction night. And on this night, you have an opportunity to have a photo op with the Nigerian Nightmares, and certain ECWA fans will get to play the Family Feud against some of the ECWA superstars, and a whole lot more. Let's look at the indies. The NWA is next.